Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. So today we are doing a timeless reading. This is movement for the month. So whenever you watch this, whatever period of time from now for that month, you're going to experience some form of movement. So once again, it is timeless and I really wanted to do this because movement is definitely happening. And when it happens for you, it's going to be different for every single person, that we are a collective consciousness. So we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and listen to your intuition and choose a pile based off of what you feel resonates with you. So we're going to go ahead and move what does not need to be here out the way. All the timestamps will be in the description below. So go ahead and check that out. All right, we have pile number 1. So if you chose pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. All right, pile number 1. Let's start off with your tarot cards. We have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the World in reverse, and the Three of Wands upright. All right, just going from your tarot here, we do have a message here. And for pile number 1, what I'm getting for you is that for some of you guys, this is not going to resonate with you. So either check out pile number 2 or pile number 3. But for those of you that this is going to resonate with, what I'm getting right off the bat is that over this month, you're going to have a lot of deaths and rebirths and a lot of dark night of the souls and a lot of awakenings for my pile number 1. And a lot of this actually has to do with the amount of manifestation ability you feel that you have and that you're welcoming into your life. Now, this doesn't mean that that you're not going to be able to manifest or things are not going to be able to move your way. But we actually have with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles, when it's upright, it's actually speaking about abundance and prosperity. It's talking about nurturing. It's talking about being one, connecting with your femininity, also connecting with your manifestation ability, as the feminine side predominantly has to do with manifestation, and the masculine side has more to do with taking action in terms of that manifestation. So what I'm getting with this in reverse is that you guys are actually going to be dealing with a lot of deaths and rebirths in terms of how you nurture these manifestations. And I'm going to go ahead and explain what I mean by that. So what I'm actually getting for pile number 1 is that whenever you manifest, we all have these small bits of fear and worry. That is completely normal as you are growing into who you are meant to be. Now, not for everyone you're going to be feeling that. For some of you guys, you are definitely further along and you may not feel that. But it's very normal as you are growing as a person and as you are experiencing more movement to deal with these types of energies. So what I'm actually getting for pile number 1 is that there's going to be a lot of nurturing, but towards yourself, because you want to be able to continue to grow as a person, to allow yourself to really tap into your manifestation ability and tap into what really resonates with you in terms of that ability. So what I'm getting for pile number 1, a lot of this movement has to do with manifestations. You're going to get an idea of what feels right in terms of these manifestations. So this could be, writing down positive affirmations, writing down a gratitude list, creating vision boards, doing things that really resonate with you. Because over this next month, what I'm getting is that you guys are really going to be deciding to manifest better for yourself, as you have been for a while, and it's been a lot of stop and go. And you're realizing it's because that it's not that you need a routine, it's more that you need to nurture what is right for you. And that's going to change as you age, that's going to change as you grow. So finding what works for you in your periods of growth and change is what's really going to help you and what's really going to continue moving you. So I'm actually getting for you, pile number 1, is that either you have already started this or you are about to. And this is actually causing a lot of movement. This is causing a lot of movement in terms of your emotions, in terms of your mentality, in terms of your energy and your spirituality, what you believe in, your belief systems, and also any material, financial, or monetary things as well. It's also appearing in your love life, whether or not you are in a relationship, or even the friendships you create. So just with this one card alone, we have so much growth that's happening for you, pile number 1. And this is what is really the catalyst for this movement over the next month. With the world in reverse, the world is about an ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And in this reversal, I'm actually seeing a complement to this nurturing. You guys are actually, it's not that you guys are not ending a cycle, you guys have ended a cycle. But with this in reverse, I'm actually getting for you guys that you're starting a new one, though it's very much unknown territory. It's not something that you've done before, it's definitely something very, very new, which goes with this energy of this nurturing, this newness coming in. And what I'm getting for you, pile number one, is that everything is going to start truly working out for you in regards to everything that you've been wanting because of these new things being implemented, because of this new cycle. It's definitely not coming to a close anytime soon, but that's just because of the fact that you are growing and you are learning, and this is meant to be a cycle of growth and learning. So it's a very important cycle in your life, and when it ends, it's completely up to you. This is how much work you put into it. This is how much you decide to move with it. Because oftentimes we can fight our growth because we're terrified of what's on the other side. But what I'm getting for you, pile number one, is that you're actually tackling a lot of this fear over the next month, where you're realizing that this fear has to be dealt with. This fear has to be acknowledged. This fear has to be given a face. And this face has less to do with like an actual face, but it has to be given a name. You have to realize where this fear has come from, where it was based from. So there's a lot of subconscious things being recognized. And this is, once again, this catalyst for this movement. And with this Three of Wands here, over this next month, you're going to start putting in a lot of work, and I mean a lot of work, to get where you want to go. You guys are realizing the importance of the journey. And this Three of Wands is very much that energy of, I'm preparing for the journey. I'm preparing for what's to come. I'm preparing for what I want in life. So over this next month, for my pile number one, a lot of this movement has to do with this growth and this learning, and these setting foundations for a new beginning, a new future here, because you guys are in this new phase in your life of growth and learning. So for your oracle cards, we have winning, which is so true for you guys. This is a lot about winning. This is a lot of growth. This is a lot of winning. This is a lot of propelling yourself forward. And we also have, you're a bad mama jama. Like, even if you're a man, I just don't want to say that word. And it says act like it, which is so true. You guys are truly taking back your power. You're realizing how your fear was taking away your power. Oftentimes you were like, this person's taking away my power. This person's doing this. This person's doing that. And it doesn't mean you're wrong. You're not wrong. But you're realizing that this fear was allowing you to take away your power. So acknowledging this fear and targeting the real cause of this power being taken away is allowing you to build stronger foundations for yourself, along with strong boundaries. So for my pile number one, you guys are winning. And you guys are realizing your power and just how much of a bad mama jama you are. Okay? So know that you are on the right track. You're doing the right thing. And even if you may feel exhausted on this journey, know that everything will work out in your favor. It's just that things need to align, and you are giving them that chance to align here. Now, in terms of your romantic life, if you have one, or even if you want to pursue one, or even this can be a romantic life with yourself as well, because you have to be your first love, always. Let's go ahead and get into your romance angel cards. So we have romantic feelings. So this could be about romantic feelings are for yourself or for a relationship. And it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So in terms of movement in this, whether it's for yourself, a partner, or a friend, feelings are going to be explored here. You're going to definitely be feeling you're understood a lot more now. Where before you may have had issues with being understood by others. You may have had issues with trying to connect with people. And that's really what's moving this month. Whenever you watch this, it is definitely moving now. Because you guys realize that a lot of that fear in terms of relationships had to do with you feeling that you weren't understood. And it was because you weren't truly understanding yourself. And so by understanding yourself, by loving yourself, and by exploring yourself, you're actually opening up the doorway to explore different emotions with other people as well. Sorry, my eye itches, allergies. And then we have trust. And for this card, it says, the situation is calling for you to have faith. And what I'm getting for this is that there is a lot of trust happening. There's a lot of trust happening with yourself, with your ability to grow, with your ability to learn, but also in your relationships, where you're realizing that the people you choose to trust are the people who are going to align with you. They're people who are going to understand you. They're going to give you the time of day. And you're realizing that there's a lot of relationships you've entertained in the past, and it's no longer what you want. And this doesn't mean you have to tell this person, I no longer want to be with you. But it's about maintaining that space and seeing if that person will approach you. Because oftentimes we keep extending ourselves for other people, and this is because that person or yourself do not feel that you are trusting enough to put yourself out there. So it's one thing to put yourself out there and feel that you can trust this person, and it's an whole different thing to feel that you can't, and you have to keep putting yourself out there. So even for yourself, if you feel that you're taking more time away from yourself and giving it to others, trust that you deserve that same amount of love. And it doesn't mean you deserve it from another person, rather you deserve it from yourself. So trust in whatever your intuition is telling you, whatever you're getting from this reading, and trust in what you believe. So we're going to play with some fun cards here, these unicorn cards, because I love these cards, I love their energy, I love their color. So for the first card, we actually have the baby unicorn, and this actually goes with this new phase, new beginning, new you type energy here. And this is just confirming the energy and telling you that you are on the right track. You are manifesting and creating this new you day by day by doing the small things that are needed along the journey. And then we have annoying flying angel. So a lot of that stuff that used to annoy you, a lot of people, a lot of situations, a lot of just so many things that did not serve you. They were very annoying in terms, like they were annoying to your soul, annoying to your energy. And what I'm getting for this card here is that you're actually going to be releasing a lot of this. So you're going to start feeling annoyed by people who do not resonate with you. So don't take it personally. Take it as a sign that you have risen above these people, you've risen above their energy, and it just means it's time to really accept and step into your own energy. If you feel that these people do not align with you and you're surrounded by people who do not align with you, take time for yourself and wait for the opportunity for someone who does align with you to come. Because oftentimes we want people to be there now, but they have to be there at a very specific time, a time in our lives where we're growing and we're exploring new avenues. And then we have blatant thievery. And this actually has to do with people stealing your energy, stealing your time. And along with this annoying angel, annoying unicorn, so I don't know why I say annoying angel, but annoying unicorn here is that you're no longer going to be allowing that. You're no longer going to be allowing people to take away your energy, take away your time, take away even your words and your wisdom in like the wrong context. So you are definitely weeding out the people who do not serve you. And that is awesome, you guys. I love it for my pile number 1. All right, pile number 1. If this resonated with you, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to be notified of my next video. And if you would like to tip the channel, anything and everything is greatly appreciated, you guys. But none of it is expected of you, as I do this for you, and I am happy to do this for you. And if you would like to check out my website, I would love the continued support, as it's not only personal readings or daily predictions, but there's also many other things that I would love to do with you guys in terms of that. And I'm really hoping you guys check that out and give me that continued support. All right, pile number 1. Once again, I hope that resonated with you, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye. All right, pile number 2. So if you chose pile number 2, this is going to be your reading. Before we start, I'm going to go ahead and take a sip of water. Okay. That was needed, you guys. Whew. So, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. So, we have the Chariot, we have the Hermit, and we have the Princess of Swords, or also known as the Page of Swords. But in this tarot deck, it's called the Princess. Okay, so we have this beautiful energy for you, pile number 2, and this is energy movement in terms of the next month. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this, that is that day to the end of that month, or a period of that month, whatever it is for you. Okay, so we have the Chariot here, we have the Hermit, and we have the Princess of Swords, all upright. What I'm actually getting for you, pile number 2, is that 1, you're on the right track. You are on the right track. Whatever month this is for you, for the next month, you're going to be knowing you're on the right track. You're going to be trusting, you're going to be surrendering, you're going to be releasing a lot of fear, and you're going to be really getting to the depth of that fear if you haven't already. And with the Hermit card here, you're going to actually be spending a lot more time alone, because you realize that not everyone is truly deserving of your time. Sorry, there was a bug there. Not everyone is truly deserving of your time. And it's almost as if randomly you're going to come out of your hermit stage, meet somebody random, pass on some wisdom, and then go back into your hermit stage, is what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. It's just that, like, for you, pile number 2, the wisdom you're going to be giving to people, I don't feel that's going to be people closest to you, but rather you're just going to be sharing random wisdom. And this wisdom is actually things that you've been learning along the way. And because you're actually going to be sharing this wisdom, you're going to be having a lot of movement in terms of the mental, emotional, and spiritual as well. And I'm getting a lot of mental here. So if you've been dealing with mental health, over the next month, your mental health is going to get better. Though this isn't just because of, this reading. This is because of the work that you're going to be putting into it. But I'm getting for you, pile number 2, this Princess or this Page of Swords. The page is not only about a message, but it's also about learning. And what I'm getting for you is that you're going to be learning how to better take care of your mental health. And that's truly the message with this card, where you're going to be realizing patterns you may have been allowing in terms of your mental health. Like, for example, if you say, I'm going to meditate today, or I'm going to take the time to write down how I feel today, and then you don't do it. This is completely normal. This is completely okay. You are learning how to prioritize yourself, and you are learning how to truly care for yourself in terms of your mental, emotional, and spiritual health. You're realizing how everything is truly interconnected and how everything benefits off each other. If you're not taking care of yourself spiritually, you'll feel it mentally. If you're not taking care of yourself mentally, you'll feel it emotionally. Whatever you're choosing not to take care of because of something or another thing suffers. If you don't take care of yourself mentally, you're not taking care of yourself emotionally. If you're not taking care of yourself emotionally, then you'll feel it spiritually. It's just so many different things here. But over the next month, you're really going to be making the effort to take care of yourself, because you guys have already started it. You started the beginning of this cycle, and you're really going to start propelling yourself forward this month. And this month is definitely the month of laying down these foundations for a better mental health, emotional, and spiritual health as well. What I'm getting for you guys is that self-care is very, very important. And I didn't touch on self-care in pile number 1 as it wasn't needed, but I do feel that I will be touching on self-care in this pile, so do stick around towards the end for that. So what I'm getting for you, pile number 2, is that this movement coming in is not only going to set the foundation for better mental health, but it's also going to set strong foundations for stronger boundaries in the future, for creating better relationships in the future, for more financial abundance in the future as well, as you're not going to be allowing anybody to take what you are trying to give. Rather, you're going to make sure that when you give, you receive. So know that if you just give, it is time for you to receive. So, pile number 2, let's get into your oracle cards here. So for your first oracle card, we have Watch Out, Stuff Could Get Ugly. And I actually feel this has to do with a lot of crying. What I'm getting for you is over the next month, you're going to be crying a lot. And that's completely okay. It means that a lot of things are being released. And you don't always have to know why you're crying, but I definitely feel that it's a good thing that you are. And when you are crying, remember to tell yourself just how much you love yourself. Because especially if you were taught that crying is a weakness, it can bear down on you and it can really make you feel that you are not worthy of anyone's time or even your own time. And that is incorrect. You are a divine child. You are a child of the universe. You are the same thing. You are made of the same material as every single star out there. You are made from the very stars that you look up at the sky at night. So definitely know that when you cry, allow yourself to, and do not beat yourself down, regardless of what someone has ever told you. And then we have, I'm going to be reading reversals in these, just because I feel that may be right for this. And it says, don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a dang professional. And this one's actually in reverse. And what I'm getting for you, pile number 2, is that you may be going through therapy or a psychiatrist or something or the other. And what I'm actually getting for you, this doesn't mean, say goodbye to your therapist. What I'm actually getting for you is that sometimes you need to confide in someone else. And this is actually saying to confide in people who are closest to you. And this is very much important. Whenever you are building a support system, when you build it, you're meant to use it. And I'm getting for you, pile number 2, is that sometimes you feel like you're a burden to your support system. But you're not a burden. It's your support system. They are there to support you through whatever you may be going through. So never feel that you are a burden to your own support system. So definitely remember to reach out to them, to connect with them, and not just your therapist or your psychiatrist if you have one. You may not have one, and that's okay too. But know to not feel like a burden to your support system, because you're not. They're there for you, they love you, and they want to see you succeed. They want to see you get better because they love you. And they've seen you at your best, they've seen you at your worst, and they still have chosen to love you. So definitely remember that. Alright, so we have your romance angel cards here. So we're going to see what movement you're going to be experiencing in terms of your romantic relationships, whether or not you're in one, or this could be a friend, or this could be a relationship with yourself as well. So definitely take it as it resonates with you. So we have codependency. I see that now. And we have you deserve love. So this is what I'm feeling like you're really working through this month, is this codependency and realizing that you deserve the love you're giving to others. Codependency is often very pointed at an addiction of sorts, but that is not always the case. Rather, what this is actually having to do with attachment styles. For my pile number 2, I feel very strongly for you. This has to do with your attachment style, where you often feel that you want people around, you want them to be there for you, and when they're not there for you, you feel that no one is there for you. And this is actually a sign of codependency. But what I'm actually getting for you is that over this month, and even now, you've been working on this codependency to show yourself that you actually deserve this love. That's why I feel that I brought out this self-care deck, because I brought it out, but I didn't make it for every single pile because I felt that it wasn't going to be for every single pile. And this is definitely for you guys. You deserve love. Self-care is love. Writing down things for yourself for later, like writing down yourself a little note and then putting it somewhere, or like putting it in like a dresser, or putting it on your kitchen counter, or like on a chair. Just doing that stuff, so whenever you move that stuff around or you go there and you see that note, it's a note of love. And that's really what I'm getting for you guys, is that you may even write down on sticky notes and place them on the wall to remind yourself just how much you love yourself and how much you are growing. So I want you to hug yourself and remind yourself that you are growing, you are amazing, and you do deserve this love. Because you're really working to get over this codependency, because you deserve it. You truly deserve it. You should never feel that you have to depend on somebody. Rather, you should always feel that you can depend on yourself. This doesn't mean that your support system is whack. This just means that you have to be your first support system before anybody else. Alright, so we have 2 unicorn cards, because these are the only 2 that came out for you. And we have the baby unicorn, which is talking about a new you and a new phase in your life, which is very much what I'm getting here. You guys are definitely finding yourself. Like, you guys are really doing the work to find yourself. And I am very proud of you for doing that. If someone hasn't told you that already, I am proud of you. You are doing amazing. And then we have this unicorn. And this unicorn is about being your most authentic self. This unicorn has no issue being itself. It chooses to be happy. It chooses to maintain that happiness. And it chooses to feel good about itself. But does that mean it's always going to feel that way? No. It's part of being human. You're not always going to feel perfect or amazing, but you are. It's definitely a journey, and you have to remember that. All right, so we're going to pull a self-care card for you, pile number 2, because I truly feel you deserve it. All right, so let's go ahead and see what self-care there is that you can do for yourself. All right, we have a card. All right, so for your self-care card, we have look to the stars. What was I just talking about earlier about the stars and how you are made of the same material as stars? You guys, I cannot even make this up. I literally just pulled this out. I cannot make this up. So look to the stars, though, in terms of this card, is having to do with your horoscopes, your sign. Seeing how your emotions, your mentality, and your energy is being affected by the placement of the stars, the moon, the sun, and all the different planets in our solar system, as they all affect us. So definitely take that time to not only connect with the stars themselves, going outside and looking at the stars at night if it's safe enough in your neighborhood to do so, but also connecting with your sign, with your moon, your rising, your sun sign, whatever it is for you. Connecting with each sign, seeing how it's affected, and then seeing how it's actually showing up in your life. So definitely make the time to do that for yourself. Pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified of my next video. And if you would like to donate to the channel, everything will be greatly appreciated, but not expected of you. I do not do this for money. I do this because I love you guys. I truly do. And just knowing that I'm having an impact on your life is enough for me. But if you would truly like to support me and my channel, go ahead and check out my website. As for my website, I not only have personal readings and daily predictions, but I also have things that you can do on there to not only help find yourself and connect you with can help me help you, but allowing me to show you the way to wherever you want to go, in terms of if you want to be more confident or just more secure with yourself and being more present, whatever it is for you. I would like to be there on the journey with you, because it is a journey, and I would just love to be there with you guys. If you guys like to continue to check up with me, as I do have checkups where you can create the first meeting, and after that we can just check up on your progress however much you would like to, and that checkup of progress is just $5 comparison to $50 for the actual meeting itself. So however that resonates with you, go ahead and check it out, and I would love to see you guys there. Pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye. All right, pile number 3. So if you chose pile number 3, this is going to be a reading. Before I start, I have to drink some water. Cleanse the energy of the previous pile. All right, pile number 3. I love you guys. I just want you to know that right off the bat. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot cards here. We have, I feel like this is up right here for you guys. This is definitely a journey in terms of this month. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the 7 of Swords, feeling upright as well. I have the feeling that most of your cards came out in reversal. And the 6 of Wands. And I see why. This actually has more to do with anxiety and fear, but this month is definitely going to be changing that. So for my pile number 3, this movement you're going to be experiencing, excuse me. Okay, never mind. This has a lot to do with targeting anxiety and fear for my pile number 3 this month. Whatever month it is for you, this is going to be a timeless reading, but a lot of this movement has to do with you finding security within yourself, having everything you need for yourself. The Ten of Cups is about having everything you need in terms of family, in terms of, the other people you cherish and you love. But when it comes to the Nine of Cups, this is about having everything you need in terms of yourself, especially emotional fulfillment. And as the cups have to do with emotions here. But we also have the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Swords has to do with us being unsure of other people, but also carrying their burdens. So this has to do with people who spread a lot of gossip and drama, and they will try to put these burdens on you and make you carry their burdens. It's like saying, so-and-so did this, but don't tell him I told you. What position does that leave you in? It doesn't leave you in the best of positions, nor does it make you feel good. And this is definitely what you've been holding on to in the past, and this is what you're actually going to be releasing. That's why this card actually came out in reverse. Currently, you guys are still working on this. That's why I put it upright. So definitely know by the end of this month, this will definitely be in reverse. You will be releasing a lot of this stuff over this month, and you're going to become a lot happier because of it. So this month there's going to be a lot of movement, but it has very much to do with the friends, the family, and the lovers that you allow around yourself. So do know a lot of people are going to be released this month. It's going to be a very hectic month, but it's also going to have a lot of movement in a positive direction. As you start to release these people from your life, a lot of this drama from your life, I'm actually seeing that you guys are going to be getting a lot of recognition, a lot of success, a lot of happiness, and you're going to be a more positive influence for the people you want to influence. There's always a demographic that a certain person will focus on, and this doesn't mean about, focusing on a certain thing, but rather you're going to be focusing on the type of demographic you want to focus on. So whether or not you could be on Instagram or YouTube, this could be very well be that you're going to start focusing a lot of things on, more positive and spiritual things. So you may clean out your Instagram or clean out your Facebook or clean out your YouTube, and you're going to start focusing on things that are a lot more positive, things that resonate with you, things that you want to be able to focus on. So for my pile number 3, a lot of this month has to do with cleansing, deep cleansing, and you're going to be a lot happier for it. Though there are going to be obstacles along the way, this doesn't mean that tomorrow you're going to do all of this. This is definitely a lot of healing and a lot of growth that has to happen over time. So do know over this month, things are going to start speeding up in this department, and I'm actually getting the message to not fight it, because you often may want to fight things like this. Hell, even I did when I first started becoming spiritual, but know that it is definitely worth every single amount of peace and happiness that you will find along the way. So with that out of the way, let's get into your tarot cards, your oracle cards here. And we have the world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb stuff. So this is definitely having to do with that, like Instagram, YouTube, Facebook stuff. You guys are going to be starting to spread positivity, but also bringing in positivity. And that's really what I'm getting for you guys. It's just the message repeating itself. So definitely you're going to be using your voice for the right things now. And when I say right things, there is no such thing as a divine right, but there is such a thing as your divine right. Because what is right for me is not going to be right for you. So definitely remember to find what is right for you and spread your light. Because there's going to be people out there who resonate with you, who see what you see, and who are going to start to follow you based off of what your power and your voice is. But what is right for you is going to be different for every single person. So even if you have people who start to follow you, never change your voice to be like them, ever. Allow your voice to be what is you and what is right for you. And for your next tarot card, we have Believe What You See, but it's in reverse. And I am reading reversals for this for a very good reason. Where oftentimes people, I'm getting for this is the people that are around you, the people you're going to be releasing. Some of these people will come to you as very calming, very spiritual, and very loving. But behind closed doors, they are not that person. So this is actually saying to not believe what you see and what this person shows you, but rather believe what you feel. What feels right and what feels wrong about this person? What energy do you feel when they're not there? Is it negative or is it positive? And so make sure to listen to that, not what you see. For my pound number 3, this is a lot. I'm actually getting for you guys that everything's going to be all right. Everything is truly going to be all right. So remember that even though this may seem very terrifying and scary, it is 100% worth every single moment in the future that you will experience. So, pound number 3, let's get into your romance angel cards and see how your love for yourself, for your friends, and your relationships in terms of your partners are going to be changing this month or growing or moving this month. So we have pay attention to the red flags, which is what we just went on. And we have it is safe for you to love. I have a feeling you guys definitely pursue relationships or friendships or even dynamics with yourself that don't make you feel loved. And I'm actually getting for you guys that is coming to an end this month, where you're going to start pursuing things and pursuing people that make you feel loved, because that's important. So definitely remember to know that you are allowed love and you are allowed to feel safe and welcome in relationships. So we're going to go ahead and get into your unicorn cards. We have 2 unicorn cards for you. So that's all that came out for you. Very fun cards. I love these cards. So let's go ahead and get into it. We have 2 for 1. And this definitely has to do with releasing things. Often when we release people or situations or ideas, something replaces it. And oftentimes we're not just releasing one, we're releasing multiple at a time. And what I'm getting for this 2 for 1 is that you're releasing a lot of things, but they are going to be replaced with better things. So definitely allow the better to come in. And we also have chainsaw unicorn. And this has to do with cutting people out from your life. And this is very much like dramatic and like kind of like evil in a sense, but it's not evil. It has to do with when you start cutting people out of your life, they're going to start seeing you as someone who isn't good for them. They're like, oh, you don't want me in your life, you don't want me to be there, well then obviously we weren't meant to be together. And you're kind of just like, yeah, that's the point. But it's not that I'm bad for you, you're bad for me. Or pound number 3, you're going to be fighting with a lot of people like this, where they're going to be like, oh, you weren't good enough for me, you weren't enough for me. And you're going to be like, I wasn't meant to be enough for you. I was meant to be enough for me. And they're not going to truly understand that. So remember to not argue with ignorance, but definitely connect with yourself. So pound number 3, before you go, I'm actually going to pull an egg for you, as I feel that is necessary at this time. So we have these beautiful eggs here, and we're going to find a message for you that works with this reading, because I feel that is needed, and I love the color. You guys are very colorful. I have my eyes closed, and here we go. All right. We have this beautiful turquoise egg here. It looks kind of blue on here. It's actually turquoise. Turquoise is blue. It's like bluish green. But let's go ahead and see the message. Okay. You are a spiritual being experiencing a temporary human experience. Remember to make time to live it. That's so true, you guys. That's so true. Remember that this is temporary. Every amount of anxiety and fear and depression you are feeling right now is temporary. Nothing lasts forever in this life. And that's why it's so important to live a life that resonates with you. Because this is not going to be forever. Your soul will live on. It will become someone or something else. But you you will pass on. So definitely take the time to enjoy your life because you deserve it, pile number 3. Don't waste this chance. Don't waste this opportunity, and be grateful for every single day that you are alive. So, pile number 3, if this resonated with you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified of my next video. And if you would like to donate or tip the channel, it would be greatly appreciated but not expected of you, as I don't do this for the money. I do this because I love you guys. I truly do. And even though I haven't met most of you, just knowing that I'm having a positive impact on your life brings me joy. If you would like to check out my website, please do. I would greatly appreciate the support, as I not only have personal readings and daily predictions, but I also have so many other things that I offer, and I would love to offer to you guys. And this has to do with helping you through a lot of these dark night of the souls, finding yourself, and really establishing a stronger you, because you deserve that. You deserve to feel strong, you deserve to feel welcome, and you deserve to feel good in your own skin. So however that resonates with you, pile number 3, allow it to resonate. So pile number 3, I love you all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye!